So here at the Coaches Site Live, TCS, we're talking a lot about the what. Power play, penalty kill, transition, skating, etc. What I want to get into is more so the how. How are we coaching? How are we going about this? We're only as good as the way that we can transmit the information. How well are we equipped to actually teach this stuff? That is what really matters. That's what I want to talk about. And teaching is not learning. Just because we teach it does not mean it's learned. How do we make sure learning is happening? So let's get into it. First one, skills of coaching. What are the skills that we need to have as coaches to effectively be great teachers for our students, AKA our players? One, observing, explaining, demonstrating, checking for understanding, and questioning. We want to get really good at these. So, observation. First and foremost, our eyes are the most important things we have as a coach. You see something, that's important. But how do we make sure we're seeing properly? Where are we positioning ourselves on the ice? Are we picking up a bias because we're staying in the same spot the whole time? Do we want to move around to various areas? What is it that we actually want to pick up, and how is where we put ourselves on the ice truly affect how well we are observing what we're seeing? And one good practice to think about is just video. You have someone doing an iPad or picking up on a live barn. Phenomenal way, absolutely fantastic way to understand from a different perspective. And you can even follow one player through all of their reps that you may not have been able to as you're talking with another player during actual practice. Fantastic there. Second big piece for me is trying to get to a point where we're doing coachless drills or whistleless drills, where we're not having to actually run the activity itself. We are taking in the activity, we are watching the players, we're able to pull them aside, maybe ask a question, but getting away from actually running the activity and taking our ability to observe away from us. So, as we're talking about this, I want to get into the next step, which is explanation. So we're explaining the activity, we're explaining the skill, whatever it may be. We want to dive into the specific piece here. So, explaining and demonstrating should be separate. We'll dive into this a little bit further on the next one, but we want to separate the two. First piece of this is gaining attention. Gaining attention. Rinks have notoriously bad acoustics. If we don't gain attention, we stand no chance. There's going to be pucks going against the boards, off the crossbar, whatever. Make sure that we're gaining attention first and foremost. Second piece, focusing attention. We need to focus their attention on what we are actually doing. Too often we're multitasking as we're going along, especially for combining demonstration and explanation, where we're not really being able to explain properly, or the kids can't pick up all that we're throwing down at them. Again, it's getting to the point of, I taught it, but is it actually being learned? Absolutely, absolutely massive. And the way I like to say this is we're guiding eyes, we're guiding minds. Where do we want their focus to be? Where do we want them to pick up in the environment? What kind of reads are they making? Absolutely massive. And the last piece is just keep it simple. How many times did we potentially see some things over at Yoast where the kids were doing a great job at trying to pick these things up, but for the first time, can they remember 3, 4, 5 things? Maybe we just need to stick to 1 to 3 and go from there. We can build towards and build to complexity. So next, demonstration. So demonstration is a key item, right? What we see, monkey do, a lot of mimicking, but a lot of what we're talking about here is being able to separate the demonstration and the explanation.